I did not plan to wait 6 days for a phone. I didn't even plan to wait 6 hours. But one buy one take one promo, one questionable decision, and one very supportive husband later, I found myself sleeping in a camping chair outside of a mall with a power bank taped to my leg, eating noodles like a college student having an identity crisis. But the real question is, was it all worth it? Now, before we dive into the chaos, just a little disclaimer, this is not the typical tech creator video. If you want pixel peeping, side-by-side lab test, or someone debating sensor sizes for 20 minutes, I am not your girl. I lovingly release you. This video, however, is for non-techies who just want to know if the upgrade actually matters, people who use their cameras for life, not charts, moms, creatives, storytellers, anyone who wants real talk, not specs. People who want to document their memories beautifully. People who believe phones are more than gadgets. They're memory keepers. Now, if that's you, welcome. Let's talk about the 6 longest days of my life. So in this video, I'll tell you exactly what happened during those 6 days. The good, the bad, the Lulu moments. And then I'll break down whether the iPhone 17 Pro is actually worth upgrading to from a real everyday user who uses it for work, family, and storytelling. Not sponsored, not technical, just honest. Hi, I'm Rose, a mom, creative entrepreneur, and a photography instructor who teaches thousands of students how to capture meaningful, beautiful moments straight from their phones. I promised my students I would get the 17 Pro this year so I could finally teach the Pro features I couldn't test on my old iPhone 15. So I committed harder than any sane person should. And this is what happened. So day 1, we arrived excited, hopeful, and honestly, a little delusional. 6 days, sure, we can totally do it. We had snacks, we had yoga mats, camping chairs. Basically, we looked like we were about to film a survival vlog nobody asked for. But we were ready. Day 2 is when reality punched us in the face. No showers, barely any sleep, people walking by quietly judging our life choices, and someone in line kept sneaking people in. But you know what kept me from going home? The thought of finally being able to teach ProRAW, 120 FPS slow motion, macro, and all the new Pro features in my upcoming classes. And yes, the free iPhone. We ordered 2, so we're basically getting another 2 that we can share to family. That's what kept me going. Day 3 broke me, like spiritually, emotionally, orthopedically. I missed my son, my back felt like it was 97 years old, my brain mashed potatoes, complete with gravy. I remember sitting under the hot sun, melting like a tita at a fiesta, talking to my husband and thinking, why am I here? What am I doing with my life? I mean, is this my character arc? And that's when I told myself I wasn't just in line for a phone. I was waiting for permission to take myself seriously as a creator, a teacher, a storyteller. Or, maybe that's just what I told myself because we were already 3 days in and it was way too late to back out. Sunk cost fallacy? Never heard of her. And look, if anyone out there is judging this decision, don't worry, babe. I judged myself too. Multiple times. Hourly. But thinking about it now, the phone wasn't the whole point, although yes, I was very excited for that shiny iPhone 17 Pro. The real point is becoming the woman who actually shows up for her dreams. The version of me who commits, who goes all in, who doesn't back down just because the sun is trying to roast her alive. I think that was the moment that mattered more than the phone. By day 6, all bets were off. Chaos, confusion, accusations, plot twist. It felt like a crossover between a soap opera and the Hunger Games. Like, seriously. The free iPhone promo, apparently only for the first 40 people. And even though the staff kept saying, this is not final, things may change, oh, trust me, things changed. Faster than my sanity was slipping away. People were arguing, security guards looking exhausted, someone tried to cut in line and almost saw the afterlife. At that point, I had cycled through every stage of grief. Denial, anger, bargaining, regret, existential crisis. I was one
Excuse me, is this the line?
away from completely unraveling. And in the end, we didn't get the buy one take one. No free iPhone 16e for us. Just the iPhone 17 Pro I ordered and the iPhone 17 base model for my husband. That's it. That's the whole plot twist. Now, the big question, was it worth it? Well, let's talk about freebies first, because the universe clearly had other plans. Even though we didn't walk away with a free iPhone, we did walk away with a pair, actually two pairs of AirPods Pro second generation. And listen, as someone who has never owned AirPods in her entire life, life-changing. Before this, I edited all my videos, worked on my computer using a wired headset that constantly got caught on my keyboard, my arm. It was absolute chaos. Now that I'm editing with AirPods, I feel like I unlocked a new personality. This must be what luxury feels like. And honestly, if we didn't get them for free, I would never buy them. They're expensive for wireless earphones. So yes, this felt like divine intervention. Plus, when we added the rest of the compensation, we ended up with over $1,000 worth of freebies total. So that part, win-win, even if the journey nearly took my soul. Now, let's talk about the iPhone 17 Pro itself, because that part is worth discussing. Now, for context, I came from the iPhone 11 Pro Max, then iPhone 15, now the iPhone 17 Pro. My iPhone 11 didn't have ProRAW, no 120 FPS, no advanced lenses, basically outdated for someone teaching iPhone photography. When I upgraded to the iPhone 15, I wasn't thinking about teaching or pro features. I was thinking about the color, and also because it was a gift from my husband, so I didn't overthink it. I genuinely loved the 15, and it helped me improve my everyday photography. But once I started creating courses and tutorials, the questions started coming. Rose, how do I use ProRAW? Rose, can you demo the Pro camera modes? And I couldn't, because the iPhone 15 base model doesn't have those features. So this year, I promised myself, okay, time to level up. Time to teach the pro features, and time to give my own photography a boost too. It's now been 1 month of using the iPhone 17 Pro, and here are the biggest upgrades that made the wait and the upgrade worth it for me. This is the upgrade that made me stare at my screen like, wow, this is amazing. Coming from the iPhone 15 and before that the iPhone 11, this is a massive leap. The new 48 megapixel ProRAW files are cleaner, richer, and finally feel like real photography files, not phone files pretending to be DSLR files. The detail is wild. The colors are more natural and less crunchy. The dynamic range is smoother and controlled. I edit majority of my photos, and that felt way better too. For the first time, I can push shadows, pull highlights, warm the tones, soften the glow without the image breaking apart. If photography is your happy place, this feature alone feels like leveling up your camera without buying a whole new camera. I did not expect this to be so good. The iPhone 17 Pro lets you change your focus point after taking the photo. Like, tap a different subject and voila, new depth map, new blur, new story. And as a mom who takes a lot of photos of her kid, and as a photographer who teaches composition, this is game-changing. For lifestyle, family, portraits, food shots, this feature saves so many good moments that would have been wasted before. I didn't realize how much I needed this until I had it. Real talk, Apple has been ignoring the selfie camera for years. But the iPhone 17 Pro, this is the first real upgrade in a long time. Now you get sharper selfies, better skin tone handling, cleaner low-light performance, center stage that actually looks natural, less mushiness, and less weird smoothing. For someone who films self-portraits and class demos, someone who is afraid of selfies, this upgrade is such a relief. This is the first time I looked at a selfie video and thought, okay, nice, this is good. When we moved to our new home, slow motion became my love language. Life finally slowed down, so I wanted my videos to slow down with it. The iPhone 17 Pro gives you 120 frames per second slow motion that looks clean, cinematic, and buttery. And here's why I love it. Coming from the corporate world where everything was hustle, deadlines, stress, slow motion became my reminder to breathe, to savor, to pause, to notice. 120 FPS turns ordinary moments, my son running, the trees moving, the steam from my turmeric tea, into tiny films. And it's so easy to film now. Just switch modes and shoot. This feature isn't just tech for me, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Okay, this one really surprised me. Well, I think I said that for all the features, but hear me out. I really thought macro was just cute, but Apple's new macro control toggle on the main camera, babe, I love it. Instead of accidentally jumping to the ultra-wide lens, you now get a tiny flower icon that you turn on manually. This means you keep the quality of the main lens, you get cleaner macro shots, you get higher resolution close-ups, you get more control over your creative look. I use this all the time now. Flowers, textures, food, hands, tiny details. Everything looks crisp, dreamy, intimate. This is one of those features that quietly elevates your photography without you even noticing at first. And finally, the low light. I don't even want to say that it shocked me, but it actually did. I compared shots from my iPhone 15 and the difference is like two different planets. On the iPhone 17 Pro, shadows are cleaner, colors don't look muddy, noise is softer and more controlled, details stay intact, and the straight out of camera look is honestly so good. You don't even need to edit most of the time. So for moms shooting indoors, for creators shooting in cozy low light, for anyone who loves warm nighttime moments, this upgrade is such a blessing. It reminds me of the nights we spent camping for this phone. Messy, dark, but meaningful. So, is the iPhone 17 Pro itself worth upgrading to? For an iPhone 11 Pro Max, iPhone 15 user like me, 100% worth it. For someone who values memory keeping, soft aesthetics, storytelling, and everyday moments, also worth it. For a non-techie who wants clean, beautiful photos effortlessly, I'd say yes. But will I line up 6 days again? Absolutely not. Once is character development, twice is stupidity. Now, if you just got your iPhone 17 Pro, try one thing after this video. Open your camera, switch to portrait mode, take a photo of someone or something you love, and then tap to change the focus after the shot. That's it. Just one thing. You'll see the blur shift, you'll see your subject pop, you'll watch the story of your photo change in one tap. And suddenly, you'll understand why the iPhone 17 Pro feels different. And when you're ready for more, here are 2 bonus micro actions you can try today. Shoot one slow-mo clip at 120 FPS, the steam from your coffee, your child running, leaves moving, just one clip and you'll feel the calm. Next, take one close-up with macro control turned on. A flower, a pastry, your hand holding something. You'll see tiny details you didn't even notice. That's it. 3 tiny actions. Each one will show you exactly why this phone can help you tell better stories. And if you want to learn how to use your iPhone, not just for tech features, but to truly see your life, to capture emotion, to notice light, to tell stories that feel like memory, you might want to check out my iPhone Photography Masterclass. See light, feel emotion, tell stories on Skillshare. It's basically my heart in course form or class form. But if you want to stay here on YouTube, I have another video I think you'll love. 7 settings to change after you upgrade to the iPhone 17 Pro. Whether I see you in class or in another video, I'm really grateful that you spent time with me today. I hope this inspires you to pick up your phone and capture the life you're living exactly as it is. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.